Work permit for a foreigner in Poland. Subject: Types of work permits. Presentation dedicated for employers. Good afternoon, I'm Bartosz, and I work for Progress Holding. For 20 years, Progress Holding has been helping investors and entrepreneurs from more than 30 countries confidently enter the Polish market and successfully grow their businesses. Our team supports clients at every stage, from company registration to daily accounting and administrative services. In today's video, we'll explain how to obtain work permit and work visa to Poland. How to obtain work permit and work visa to Poland. To legally live and work in Poland, it is necessary to obtain a work visa. EU citizens may work in Poland without additional permits. For other foreigners, obtaining a work permit in Poland is a crucial step in acquiring a work visa. To do so, a Polish employer must obtain official permission to hire a foreign worker. There are several types of work permits in Poland. Let's review them in detail. First, oświadczenie, declaration. An oświadczenie is a simplified form of work permit for citizens of Ukraine, Belarus, Armenia, Georgia, and Moldova. It allows citizens of these countries to work in Poland without obtaining the standard work permit, zezwolenie na pracę. This document grants the right to stay and work in Poland for up to 24 months per year. Based on the oświadczenie, an employer can sign the following types of contracts with foreign workers. Umowa o pracę, employment contract. Umowa zlecenie, contract for specific work. Umowa o dzieło, contract for a task or project. The declaration must be registered at the labor office before the foreigner begins work. The umowa zlecenie and umowa o pracę must be registered at Social Security ZUS and are the most common forms of employment. Zezwolenie na pracę, work permit. A zezwolenie na pracę is a document that grants a foreigner the right to work legally in Poland. The future employer registers this document at the provincial office appropriate for the company's location or the worker's place of residence. To obtain such a permit, the employer must submit proof that no local candidates are available for the position. The permit must include the employer's details, the worker's position, the type of work to be performed, and the employment conditions. A foreigner can only perform the work specified in the permit. Performing other tasks not listed in the permit is a serious violation and may result in deportation. The salary specified in the contract cannot be lower than the wages of other employees performing similar work. If the employment is based on a full-time contract, the salary must meet or exceed the national minimum wage. The permit is issued in 3 copies. One remains with the employer, and the second is given to the foreign worker. The provincial permit is issued for up to 3 years in the case of an employment contract. The processing time is approximately few months. The local authorities is responsible for issuing work permits for foreign citizens. Types of work permits. Type A. All foreigners based on the any contract agreement, non-board of directors or shareholders. The Type A permit is issued for up to 3 years, but may be shortened based on local provincial criteria. Type B. Applicable to foreigners working on the basis of a visa or temporary residence permit. It includes individuals serving on the management board of legal entities registered in the business register. The Type B permit is issued for a standard period of up to 3 years. Type C. Issued for intra-corporate transfers. It applies to employees of multinational companies transferred to a Polish branch of the same company. Type D. Applicable to foreigners with the right to work based on a permanent residence permit. Type E. Applies to foreigners involved in seasonal work. Examples include agricultural workers, those in the tourism industry, or other sectors requiring seasonal labor. Place to deliver documents. Provincial office for foreigners. Who can obtain a Type A work permit? A Type A work permit can be obtained by foreigners who have signed work agreement with Polish company or have EU long-term resident status or are family members of Polish citizens or citizens of EU countries residing in Poland. How to obtain a Type A work permit and what documents are required. To obtain a Type A work permit, you need to submit an application to the Voivodeship Office for Foreigners in your place of residence in Poland. The application must be accompanied by the following documents: application form, passport, document confirming the right to work in Poland without a permit, e.g., EU passport, Polish card, permanent residence permit in Poland, passport-sized photo. Additional documents may also be required. A document confirming residence in Poland, for example, a rental agreement, employment confirmation from a Polish employer, diplomas or certificates confirming qualifications, certificate of no criminal record. How to obtain Polish work visa. Determine the correct visa category. You need a national visa, Type D, for stays over 90 days to carry out employment. Required documents: valid passport with at least 2 blank pages and validity extending greater than or equal to 3 months beyond planned entry. Completed visa application form downloadable from the Polish consulate website. Work permit. A work permit does not guarantee the automatic issuance of a work visa. Consulates issuing visas and border control officers have the right to refuse entry. However, in 90% of cases, they do not pose obstacles. A work permit in Poland only grants the right to work on Polish territory. Signed employment contract. Proof of payment of visa fee. Complete the visa application form. Schedule an appointment at the Polish consulate embassy. Locate the nearest Polish diplomatic mission in your country. Book via their online system or by email, phone. Attend the visa interview. Wait for processing. Standard processing is up to 15 calendar days, but may be longer in peak season, up to 60 days. Collect your passport with visa sticker and pick up your passport. Thank you for your attention. If you have any questions, Progress Holding will be happy to answer them on email. Talk to you soon.